Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Mirwani and today we will be doing this chapter called as standard deviation. Let's take on the sum please. Find standard deviation for 25, 28, 32, 20, 38, 40. Right? This is 28. Now when the data is given to you, first write the data in vertical order. So this is 25, 28, 32, 20, 38, 40. Then add this. If I add this data, this will give me 183. Mean x bar is sigma x upon n. So that is going to be 183 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 183 divided by 6 will give you a mean of say 30.5. Once you have this, then you have to find out x minus x bar. How do I find out x minus x bar? 25 minus 30.5 is going to be negative 5.5. Then 28 minus 30.5 is going to be negative 2.5. 32 minus 30.5 is 1.5. 20 minus 30.5 negative 10.5. 38 minus 30.5 is going to be nothing but 7.5. And 40 minus 30.5 is going to be 9.5. Then you find out x minus x bar the whole square. You have to square this term. So minus 5.5 the whole square will give you 30.25. Minus 2 minus into minus plus, that's the reason why I'm writing positive. 2.5 the whole square will be 6.25. 1.5 will be 2.25. This is going to be 110.25. 7.5 is going to be 56.25. And this is 90.25. When you square this, add this. When you add this, you will get this total as 295.5. Okay. Now this total is your sigma x minus x bar the whole square. Standard deviation, this is the symbol for standard deviation, rho, is nothing but square root of sigma x minus x bar the whole square upon n, right, which is nothing but 295.5 upon n6 square root, right. When you solve this, you will get this answer as 7.0178, right. That will be your answer for standard deviation. Now what I'm going to do guys now is I'm going to solve one sum completely and I will put up a sum on the board which I want you all to solve, whose answer I'll give you, right? So that way you would have practiced one sum of each kind. Now I'll give you another sum of the same kind. I'll give you another sum of the same kind. Let's see this. Say 111, 110, 115, 109, 118. 120 and 116. Look at the previous sum and solve this sum. It is going to be exactly identical, right? I want you all to try this sum out right now. At the end of the lecture, I'll give you the answer for this. You should get the answer for this as 3.907. Exact replica, only the numbers have been changed. Fine, do we get this thing clear? So I do one sum and I will show you one sum. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Next, we could put up a couple of more sums of this kind so that you all are perfect with this. I'll put up a couple of more sums of this kind. Say suppose if I give you another sum like this. Find standard deviation for the following data: 8, 12, 9, 15, 10, 7, 13. Same way as I've done the previous sum, and you should get the answer for this as 2.665. Let's see another sum of this kind. Data is 16, 12, 10, 8, 10, 18, 17, 13. Exact replica of the first sum. We'll do one type of sum, and then I'll give you sums for practice so that you know exactly how to do it. The answer for this should be 3.428. The answer for this should be 3.428. Fine, do we get this thing clear? So this finishes type 1. Fine, do we get this thing clear? This finishes type 1. Next, let's see the type 2 sums. This was type 1 where they give you raw data and they ask you to find out standard deviation. Now let's see type 2 where they give you a classified data. Let's see this. They've given you that find standard deviation. X is given to you as 9, 8, 7, 10, 11. Frequency is 20, 10, 5, 10, 5. Okay. Now, the first thing that you need to do is find out fx. How do I find out fx? You multiply f into x. So this is going to be 180, 80, 35, 100, 55. Add this. This is going to be 450 when you add this. This is your sigma fx. Add this column. This will be sigma f, which is 50. Mean is given by the formula sigma fx upon sigma f. That is nothing but 450 divided by 50. That is 9. Right? Once you have this, then you find out x square. So 81, 64, 35, 100, 121. What did I do here, guys? I've squared the x term. Right? Yeah, sorry. This is going to be 49. I have squared the x term. Then you find out f into x square. 20 into 81. That is going to be 1620. Then 10 into 64. That is 640. 5 into 49. That is going to be 245. 10 into 100. That's 1000. 121 into 5. That's 605. Add this column. If I add this column, this will be 4110. Right? Now, when you have group data, you can find out standard deviation by using the formula. Standard deviation is square root of sigma fx square upon sigma f minus sigma fx upon sigma f the whole square. Right? So that is sigma fx square is this. So square root of 4110 divided by 50 minus 450 divided by 50, the whole square. This is sigma fx square, this is sigma fx, this is sigma f. Now when you divide this, this is going to give you square root of, when you do this on calci, is 82.2 minus 81. So this is square root of 1.2, which is going to be 1.095. That's how you find out standard deviation when data which has been classified is given to you. Right? Now I'll put up a couple of sums for you to practice. I'll show you one sum of type, and then I'll put up a couple of sums for you all to practice. This is your second type of sum. Right? Find standard deviation x f. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3, 7, 15. 20, 13, 8 and 5. Exactly like the previous sum you have to solve. When you solve this, you should get the answer for this as standard deviation answer should be equal to 1.499. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Now, let's move on to type 3. Let's see the third type of sums that we can have in this. I've just given you one sum for practice. You can practice that sum and see whether you get the answer. Next, they've given you that which investment is better. They ask you which investment is better. They give you two types of investment, A and B. A gives you 18, 13, 9, 21, 20, 12 and 25. These are the returns, percentage returns that you're getting on A. On B you're getting 15, 22, 27, 11, 9, 21 and 14. Fine. These are the two investment plans that you have, and these are the rate of returns that you get on these two investment plans in 7 years. So these are the returns that you will get in the subsequent 7 years. So which investment plan is better? Let's work this out. For plan A, X returns are given to you as 18, 13, 9, 21, 20, 12 and 25% in the subsequent 7 years. Now what you have to do is find out X square, right? If I find out X square, this is going to be 324, 169, 81, 441, 400, 144, 625. Add this column, add this column. This addition when you do on calci will come to 118, whereas this will come to 2184. Right? Now, same way I could work for plan, let's first finish everything for plan A. Mean, or I could say that mean is sigma x upon n. This is raw data, so I can say mean is sigma x upon n. So that is 118 divided by 3, 6, 7. 7 numbers are given to you. So in that case, this will be 16.857. Mean is going to be 16.857. Now, standard deviation. This is mean for plan A, standard deviation for plan A. I just taught you this formula. This is going to be sigma x square upon n minus sigma x upon n the whole square. Instead of fx, this is sigma x square. So this is going to be square root of sigma x square, that is 2184 divided by 7 minus 118 divided by 7 the whole square. Right? This will work out to square root of 312, that's 2184 divided by 7 minus, when you divide and square this will come to 284.163. Subtract this will give you square root of 27.837, which will come to 5.276. Once you get standard deviation, then you have to find out coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is given by the formula standard deviation upon mean into 100. Since I am doing for plan A, both of them will be for plan A. Standard deviation for plan A is 5.276. Mean for plan A is 16.857 into 100. This will work out to 31.30%. So the variation in my returns of plan A is 31.30%. On the same way I can work for plan B. Plan B, the values are given to you as 15, 22, 27, 11, 9, 21, 40. Find out x square. How do I get x square? Square the term, so this will be 225, 484, 729, 121, 81, 441 and 196. Same thing that you did for plan A. You have to do everything for plan B. If you add this up, this addition will come to 119, whereas this addition comes to 2277. Right? Now, for plan B. Plan B. Right? First, let's find out the mean for plan B. Mean is nothing but sigma x upon n for raw data. Sigma x is 119 divided by 7. 119 divided by 7 is going to give you 70. Right? Then find out standard deviation for plan B. That is sigma x square upon n minus sigma x upon n the whole square. So in that case, this is going to be square root of sigma x square. Sigma x square is 2277 divided by n, 7, minus sigma x 119 divided by 7 the whole square. So this is going to be square root of 2277 divided by 7. 2277 divided by 7 is 325.286 minus 119 upon 7 is 17, which is nothing but 289. Square that. When you subtract this, this comes to 36.286, which will work out to 6.024. So you now know the standard deviation for plan B. Now, coefficient of variation for plan B. Coefficient of variation is standard deviation upon mean into 100. Standard deviation for B, mean for B upon 100. So, standard deviation you found out is 6.024 divided by 17 into 100. This will work out to 35.43%. Right, do we get this thing here? Now for plan A, my coefficient of variation was 31.3%. Right? I can say that coefficient of variation of plan A is less than coefficient of variation of plan B. Whichever plan has smaller coefficient of variation, that particular plan is more consistent and hence better. Therefore, I can say that plan A is more consistent. You have to find out which plan is more consistent and hence better. Fine, do we get this in here? How do we find this out? Which plan is more consistent and better? Can I give you all a couple of sums of this kind for practice? Yes, you want to ask me something? Yeah, tell me.
So there also the data given is raw.
I could have done this by any of the formula. Both the formulas are applicable. Good question. You could do it. I could have done this sum also by the same way. X minus x bar the whole square upon n, or I can use this formula. Either one of the formula you can use. While I am teaching you on the board, I am showing you all the formulas, but any one of the formula can be used. I could have used that formula there, or I could have used this formula here. Right? Let's see a couple of sums for practice. Which investment is more consistent? Right? A and B. 82, let's see this, 82, 47, 36, 50, 43, 38, 51, 13, 48 and 31. These are your returns over the 10 years period. Similarly, this is 51, 5, 12, 83, 37, 112, 42, 18, 79 and 0. These are your returns for investment B. You have to find out which investment is more consistent. Look at the previous sum and solve this. The answer for this should be, you should get coefficient of variation of A should come to 38.01%, whereas coefficient of variation of B should come to 80.95%. Since coefficient of variation of A is less, hence A is more consistent, therefore A is a better investment. Fine, do you understand the first three types of sums? Right? We will stop this here for the day. Thank you very much.